I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com. Attorney J. Wyndal Gordon, the Anthony Anderson case has certainly piqued your interest.
Piqued my interest. Yeah, I'm actually counsel for the estate of Anthony Anderson. And, I want to talk about, I guess last month, Councilman Welch had made the suggestion that the officers involved in the Anthony Anderson case should be prosecuted criminally. And I believe he was spot on, because what we learned throughout discovery in this case is that Anthony Anderson's life could have been saved. If it wasn't for the misrepresentation of the police officers who actually inflicted his injuries, he could have been treated properly at the hospital, and he could have received the life-saving surgery that he needed to survive the vicious attack that was placed upon him by the police.
What do you mean?
Well, Anthony Anderson died as a result of a ruptured spleen that basically burst. And he also had several fractured ribs in the front, his back, side to side, and contusions to his lungs. And so Anthony Anderson was a trauma victim. However, the police, when the first responders came on the scene, the police advised them that he had overdosed on some drugs. When the toxicology reports came back for Anthony Anderson, there were no drugs in his system.
Oh.
Yeah, there were no drugs in his system. So that's why this is so bad. Had the police advised the EMS workers and the hospital workers that this was a trauma case, then they would have went to a different protocol than administering Narcan, which is supposed to bring people, it's supposed to be the antidote to a drug overdose. The Narcan was completely ineffective, and they had Anthony Anderson in the field for approximately 16 minutes before he got to the hospital. Those were 16 life-saving, precious minutes that went by the wayside because of the misrepresentation and misleading information that the police gave to the first responders in the hospital who delivered care at Johns Hopkins. So, again, we fully advocate the criminal prosecutions of Todd Stroman, Michael Volderick, and Greg Boyd for their participation or lack or failure to provide information and failure to provide health care services to a person who's injured as a result of some police misconduct. Thank you.
Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.